Welcome back to Tech Tech. I'm Adam Housley in Los Angeles. It seems like every day there's a new phone coming out. You know, I've got a couple that we use here. This is an Apple iPhone, a Samsung, and it just seems like there's so many new companies coming out with new phones besides the big ones. Here to talk about some of the most recent releases. Mark Spoonauer, you've seen him before, editor-in-chief of Tom's Guide and also Laptop Magazine. He comes to talk about some of the phones that we saw from the Mobile Congress that people have been talking about a little bit here. There's a couple new ones on too. Mark, I know you have them in front of you there.
Yeah.
And I'm kind of, you know, I'm looking at the list, and I haven't had a chance to really touch any of these. I've seen a couple of them online. It's the best I can go with them. But obviously, being a phone guy, I'm interested in checking your opinion on them as you check them out. Let's do the LG G6 smartphone.
Sure.
I know LG's made some great products in the past. What do you think about this one?
Well, this is definitely like the comeback story of the year, because the LG G5, I don't know if you remember from last year, they tried to come out with these friends and make a modular phone, but as it turns out, no one wanted to befriend that phone. So with the G6, they made a really good course correction here by cramming a big 5.7-inch screen into a really compact, one-hand friendly device. In fact, this is smaller than my iPhone 7 Plus, which is a 5.5-incher, but that one is like it's like bulky compared to this guy, and it's a beautiful display because you've heard of HDR technology coming to TVs for more eye-popping color. Now it's coming to phones, and you get that here in what's a pretty unique 18:9 aspect ratio. So it really feels like you have like a little movie theater in your hand.
That's awesome. Now, I want to mention, too, these were all kind of on display at the Mobile World Congress 2017 that just ended. Now, the Meitu, is a Meitu T8 smartphone? Again, some of these phones are new to me. I've seen, again, some of the write-ups online. What's the Meitu? What's it like? It looks pretty thin.
Yeah, it is. It's a very unique design, and I think part of the reason why you see this bump up here is because it's all about taking selfies. In fact, this Chinese company is targeting women with this phone because it has a 12-megapixel camera up front, and it has the same dual-pixel technology that was in the Galaxy S7. So basically, it's like super selfies. And so what you can see here is that there's like a little makeup effect. So if I wanted to firm up my skin, you can actually go in here and start getting rid of wrinkles just with a touch.
Boy, could we use that, right? I could at least. You know what's? This is the phone. I'm glad you're showing this because this is the one I heard about from a couple of my friends. They're like, it's amazing. It's like it fixes your picture. You don't need to have special lights. I mean, they go on and on about it.
Yeah.
So I guess you can use this with any service, correct?
Yeah.
So it's unlocked.
Yeah. So what's good about this is that so the bad news is that it's China only for now, but I do think that the phone will eventually come stateside. But this company makes a couple of apps that you can get in the Android store and iOS. It's called Makeup Plus and Beauty Plus. So whether men, women, doesn't matter. If you want your selfies to look better, you can try out the apps before the phone comes out.
Are you going to stop doing selfies altogether? I won't give my opinion. Next, let's do the. I can never say this company. It's Huawei?
It's actually Huawei.
Huawei. See exactly why I have you on. Huawei. People recognize the spelling of it. $599. The Huawei Mate 9 smartphone. Yeah.
So this one is cool because you give it a big screen and something that's not too big, but you also get a really beefy battery. So on the Tom's Guide battery test, where we do a web surfing test over LTE, it lasted 12 hours, which tops all of the flagship smartphones that are out there. So this is definitely a long-distance runner, which a lot of people need, because by the end of the day, a lot of people are like reaching for an outlet, or they're trying to buy like a bulky battery case to put on top of their phone. And in this case, you don't need to do that.
You know, it's interesting you mentioned battery phone. I was talking about this yesterday with my wife. I'm surprised how well the Apple iPhone 7 battery lasts, and I was kind of disappointed about my Samsung. I think it's S7. The battery life on it's not nearly as good. So clearly, battery life is an important feature for so many people, and I don't have a lot of stuff running on it. So that's good to hear, but at least some companies are going that route. It's going to put pressure on the other ones as well.
Yeah, for sure.
And speaking of phones, you know, we here at Fox, we've had iPhones since the beginning, since the iPhone 3G.
Right.
And then we had BlackBerries, which we had to get rid of, which hurt a lot of people's feelings here as our second phone. But so you have the new BlackBerry is it KEYone?
Yeah, so it's called the KEYone. It'll be available for about $549 in early April. And this one is all about the keyboard, because there's a lot of people who miss it. And you get a physical keyboard, and you can do some pretty cool stuff with it. Like there's shortcuts where you can launch your favorite apps with a long press. And there's also a built-in fingerprint reader here. So if I wanted to just unlock the phone, it's built into the spacebar, which is a pretty clever move. So let's say I wanted to launch the app for my favorite browser. I just long press on the B, and then I can just start scrolling or you should be able to, using just the, so it's almost like a touchpad.
Oh, no way.
On your laptop.
Oh,
so
that's cool.
So it's pretty neat how they integrated that.
And BlackBerry's not making these anymore. They're not in the hardware business, so they have someone else making it for them. I assume this will be again, unlocked phone you can use with any service. Has anybody picked it up yet? Do we know if it's trying to make it back?
So you're right. So they're working with TCL, which is also known for Alcatel, and my guess is that it'll be sold unlocked, and you'll probably be able to use it on GSM carriers in the U.S., like AT&T and T-Mobile, and it'll start there. But I do think that there has some potential because there's a lot of people who miss having the ability to type with the physical keys.
Right. Oh, we do. We type so much. I love my iPhone. I would never give it up, but there's times when we really have to type a lot, and that keyboard, that physical keyboard, is imperative. Last one we have for you, the Sony Xperia XZ Premium.
Yep.
That is to be announced when it comes to price. Tell us about the Sony.
Yeah, so I'm hearing it's actually going to be around the $699 range. So premium. Okay. It's named premium for a reason. So the design is definitely unique because it had this really glossy back. You definitely have to make sure that you keep your fingerprint smudges off of it. But what's really cool is the camera tech inside. So we shot some video here before, and it shoots at up to 960 frames per second, which is 4 times slower than the slow mode in the iPhone 7. So if I bring up, here, I'll just play this right here, and you can see, you zoom in. Oh, there we go.
There's some ugly guys right there. Oh, wow.
So it just
that's cool.
Yeah, it just gives you a taste of what it can do. So this could be really fun for mobile photographers.
Cool. Yeah, absolutely. Good stuff, man. Mark, appreciate you coming on as always. As I mentioned in the opening of this whole thing, it seems like there's a new phone every day. And it's fun to see some of the other companies you don't hear about as much and some of their innovations because a lot of those are adopted then by the bigger guys.
That's true.
Mark Spoonauer, appreciate you coming on as always.
Yeah, sure.
You've seen him before on here many times as the editor-in-chief of Tom's Guide and also Laptop Magazine, two spots we go to all the time. So, Mark, thanks for coming on. We'll have you back, I'm sure, again soon. Yeah, thanks a lot. Now, people can check out our award winners from Mobile World Congress at tomsguide.com. Perfect, will do. I've actually already been there. I'll be going back and checking out some more. All right, I'm Adam Housley. I'm Adam Housley in Los Angeles, and you're watching Tech Take.